Welcome back, everybody. Oh, look who's here. One of our favorite guests, Jamie Williams. We're going to call you Development Director today, right?
That's the hat
Not
I'm wearing
Associate
today.
Director. You're wearing
That
that
is my hat today, yes.
From Franklin Community Center. And as many of you know, we love to have Jamie in from time to check in on what the Franklin Community Center is doing, because it's such a vital organization to our community. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. So Jamie, last time you were in, there was a lot of talk about the food pantry. You were just about to begin the capital campaign to raise funds. Fast forward, even in this winter, you managed to get this new pantry, and now I guess the grand opening's coming up, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Soon, like Monday or something,
Monday.
right?
Monday is the tentative date to reopen the pantry to our consumers who come in.
Gotcha.
So we're still waiting on a few shelves that were damaged in transition. So Monday, we're hoping for Monday.
Oh, Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law.
Right.
Let's hope our good karma pays off right there.
Oh, well, if it's good karma, you guys have
let's
a
hope so,
lot
right?
of good karma. For any viewers who may not know the depth of the Franklin Community Center and what it offers, it always boils down to three things for me. You're always providing sort of the basic necessities for people, right?
Right. That's our goal, is to provide the basic necessities for people.
And that includes what, Jamie?
We have our food pantry, which we just touched
Right.
on. We have a housing program. We do clothing, advocacy, referral, and then Project Lift, which is our after-school prevention program.
I know. We've talked about Project Lift a couple of times in interviews with Jamie, and that one in particular, because that's youth at risk, right? And it's a program that helps after-school programs for students to try to keep them focused and keep them pointed in the right direction. I mean, nothing, to me personally, sounds more important in the community than making sure that the youth are on the right track.
Yeah, it's a fantastic program. It's been operating in Saratoga Springs City School District since 1984.
Wow.
We focus on drug, alcohol, tobacco prevention, but then the whole family and social skills and self-esteem and teaching our families how to advocate for themselves and how to get the services they need themselves. We walk them through the steps, we hold their hand along the way, but they need to know how to do these things as the family matures and as they grow older. If we did it for them, they wouldn't be getting the same thing.
Yes, right. Yeah, I know that. I think it was what you had said to me once, it really stuck in my head. It's a helping hand, not a handout, which just really strikes me as sort of the fundamental thing that Franklin Community Center seems to do. So you're talking about basic necessities for families, and that could be housing and whatever. And we're going to talk more about the food pantry, but the Project Live, which is the after-school program. Boy, you really got it surrounded. Let's talk about the food pantry. Where is it? Okay,
so it has moved.
Yes, I know.
So our food pantry is no longer in the small space within our office. The pantry is still within our building.
Okay.
It's accessible now off of East Beekman Street, which is the street that's right behind us. It was a rental space that was in our building, and we repurposed it for the pantry. So it's now 6 times larger than what it was. We will have refrigeration and freezers. We don't have them at the moment, and so we'll be able to provide perishable items, and milk, meat, things like that, in addition to our non-perishable items.
If you want to just get a sense of what they did, and we said this statistic the last time, I don't know if you remember or not, but Franklin Community Center, the food pantry, in 1 year, it was something like close to 80,000 meals.
Just over 80,000.
80,000. Yeah. That's insane.
And that's through our emergency pantry.
Right.
So that was, 3 days worth of non-perishable items for families who walked through our doors. So now with this expansion and joining the regional food bank, which is a big step up for Franklin Community Center, we're going to take off that emergency and we're going to become a traditional food pantry where we can provide more food and more well-rounded meals, include their dairy, their protein, their vegetables, the fresh ones, not just canned.
Right, got you. Could you just cycle back a bit? Regional Food Pantry, that involvement enables you to do certain things, right?
It does. Becoming members of the Regional Food Bank gives us purchasing power. Historically, we have taken cash donations for the pantry and applied it towards there, but our dollar went just as far as everyone else. Now we can purchase through the Regional Food Bank, and according to their statistics, every dollar buys about $10 worth of food there.
Wow.
So now our dollar goes much further, and so we're really going to start working with businesses and individuals and civic groups in the communities to not only hold food drives that bring in those non-perishable items, but working with us to hold food drives that can bring in cash assistance so we can use that to purchase from the Regional Food Bank.
Yeah, Jamie said something to me very telling before we went on air. You know, you're so dedicated to this. It's something you're.
What are you going to say?
Oh, you're a real inspiration. No, but the whole sense of it's located at, and I think it's 10 Franklin Street, right?
Yes.
Which is sandwiched in between Franklin Square and
Franklin.
South Franklin,
Yeah.
right? So it's right in there. I think the block is this big, by the
It
way.
is. Yeah,
But
there's
that
only
then-
3 of us on it.
But you put the entrance to the food pantry around on Beekman to protect sort of the confidentiality. Yeah, that just struck me. It just the whole nature of the way you look at things and the way you help people.
Well, it can be difficult. Asking for help
Yes.
isn't easy.
That's
It doesn't
right.
matter if you've asked once or you've spent your life asking. It's not an easy thing. And the way our old office was set up is all of our donors and all of our consumers and everyone who came in, they came in through the same door and they waited in the same waiting room. And,
Right.
and sometimes it got a little bit uncomfortable.
Sure.
And so now the new space, we're going to have our consumers who are using the pantry are going to enter through East Beekman Street. It's a private little waiting room there, and then we'll have access to the pantry. And then we have another door on Franklin, and it's not even our main office door. There's no stairs involved. It kind of goes along the side of the building, and that's where we're going to funnel donations through.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that door goes right into the actual stock room of the pantry. So we can kind of keep those two worlds a little bit apart to protect people's
Right.
confidentiality and.
Sure, the sense of privacy in a way too, but also make it much more efficient for the needs, right? We've got a big event coming up in June, which we're going to have you back again
Yes,
for
yes, yes.
prior to help promote that. But that's a big golf tournament, and
It's our
a big.
17th annual.
Oh God, that's great. Okay, so
Franklin Open.
Maybe the snow will be gone by June.
Hey,
I'm
it
not
better. I
exact-
don't know. We're at Windy Hills, so there might be a little bit of snow on the hills, but we'll be all right.
Oh, that's great. Look, as viewers and as members of the community, there's really 2 ways that you can help Franklin Community Center, and you already get a sense of the scope of what they do. Volunteers, they always need volunteers, right?
Well, and they're critical right now.
Sure, think about
I
what
don't know
this
if
winter
you know.
was.
Well, yes, but our free store, where we do our clothing, it operates solely on volunteers, and that's what allows us to keep it free. We don't have any paid staff over there.
Right.
The food pantry, the new pantry, we're going to set it up to run similar to that. We do have some staff that'll be in and out of there, and we have someone who's coordinating it. But the actual filling of the pantry, of the items that they're looking for, the groceries, and then also taking in the donations, we're going to rely pretty heavily on volunteer workforce.
Right.
So we have different shifts that we're setting up and we're filling for. So we really need to get out there. We really need a lot more people to get on board and volunteer with the pantry. The one thing that's going to change, and I think it's going to open it up with that volunteer opportunity, is that there's going to be some evening hours. We've never really had a lot, or we haven't had regular evening hours for volunteerism. And so we will have 2 days a week where we're open later hours. And so people who have a traditional job, Monday through Friday, will be able to kind of give back as well.
Boy, and the other thing, of course, is donations to make certain that those volunteers have something to
We
work
need them
with,
to work
right?
with. We need something for them to put on the shelves and something for them to hand out, absolutely. And now, I mean, it's so exciting and it's so new to us to be able to solicit both perishable and non-perishable. So, these backyard farmers and people from the farmers market and people who have chickens, we can take their produce and we can take, their eggs and things like that, but also to look for funding, to look for some funding streams that allow us to purchase food.
I got you. Well, Jamie, thanks for coming in
Yeah,
again
of
and
course.
giving
I
us
love coming in.
a very optimistic update. You always, because you work so hard at it, you really do.
Well, I
So look,
appreciate that.
out there, if you need, if you got some time, volunteer. You want to donate to a very worthy cause, Franklin Community Center, and of course you get all the information on the websites. Jamie, thanks for coming in. We'll check in with you after the snow goes about the golf tournament.
Well, it might need to be before then.
Okay. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, which is looktvonline.com.